Logan Paul has finally responded to the CoffeeZilla crypto scam allegations. Before we talk about that though, Logan Paul's Discord, everyone in that CryptoZoo Discord are absolutely fuming with Logan Paul. He actually came back for the first time in over a year to talk to his CryptoZoo investors. CoffeeZilla tweeted out saying, Logan Paul has just posted in the CryptoZoo Discord for the first time in over a year. In which Logan Paul says, long time no see. Hope you all have a wonderful New Year's Eve. We'll start 2023 with a bang. In which a CryptoZoo investor replies, hope you can repair everything. Logan Paul says, I am. However, most of the CryptoZoo Discord weren't having it, saying things like, fuck him, fuck's sake, most people have sold and took the L. What happens to all those people? He will make some game just to get away from the lawsuit. And even worse, some people are thinking about still investing in CryptoZoo. Unpopular opinion, I might put in another 1,000 right now, because I think after Logan has CoffeeZilla on the podcast talk about CryptoZoo, people are still going to invest. I'm not trying to be for Logan or this product at all. I've been in it since day 2 and have gotten fucked over. Purely looking at this as an opportunity to make a quick buck. CoffeeZilla tweeted these screenshots out with, I think the worst outcome here is that Logan actually convinces people to dump more money into this train wreck. One last con, and it's not impossible. This is what happens, which would be an absolute travesty. The biggest advice from all of this is do not put any money in CryptoZoo. So before we get on to the Logan Paul response, what does it need to be a half-decent response? Either way, in my mind, he's a scumbag. The fact of the matter is, he promoted CryptoZoo to all his followers, took his followers' money. When shit was hitting the fan, going wrong, did not tell any of his investors, any of his followers, anyone, anything. Just let it ride out just in case, because if he told and was actually transparent, CryptoZoo would have been in the toilet a long fucking time ago. We also have screenshots from them manipulating the market, when to sell Zoo coins, buying up Zoo coin supply before the public announcement. We'd later learn Logan didn't sell them coins, but evidence already showed the conspiracy to do all of this. If Logan Paul doesn't take accountability for his actions, doesn't try and rectify with all of the CryptoZoo members who have gone and the ones who are still there, if he starts blaming it on just loads of other bad actors, again, garbage. Also, let's not forget, as well as all of that, CryptoZoo isn't the only scummy thing he did in the crypto world. In my first video I covered Dink Doink, multiple pump and dump and rug pulls he promoted to his audience. Better address that as well, because that is just as important. So without further ado, let's get into what Logan Paul just uploaded, my response to CoffeeZilla's scam allegations. Only 7 minutes long, this video. Let's see what this guy has to say for himself.
CoffeeZilla. I watched your 3-part series called Investigating Logan Paul's Biggest Scam, and like many on this platform, you have successfully used my name for views and money. While your work used to be impartial, your addiction to clicks has clouded your judgment, and you've made very real errors with very real repercussions.
Logan Paul is talking about an addiction to clicks. Don't think we've forgotten, Logan. I am intrigued to learn, what did CoffeeZilla get wrong?
Coffee, you took a shot at my reputation. So in this video today, I'm going to be defending myself with facts, something that you have gotten in the habit of twisting as you continue to morph from an investigator to a gossip channel. You see, CoffeeZilla tried to work with law enforcement in the past, but his work was described as not anchored to truth and often speculative. He is a lopsided journalist with an agenda, and he's nothing more than the Keemstar of crypto and finance.
Whoa, shut the fuck up. What is Logan Paul talking about? Law enforcement didn't want to use a YouTuber's work. You're trying to discredit CoffeeZilla. I'm not fucking surprised. Law enforcement not going along with YouTuber's work, that doesn't mean his work wasn't any good. It's clear Logan Paul is definitely mad about what CoffeeZilla has said.
Coffee, you interviewed the developer who stole the game code, fled to Switzerland, and held it hostage for $1 million. Well, his name is Zach Kelling. Surely, as the internet detective that you proclaim to be, you would know that he spent time in prison for multiple felonies, one for aggravated robbery, armed robbery at a liquor store, and the other for, surprise, obstructing the legal process. I can see why you kept him anonymous.
Who will be calling Z here.
I guess among many things, it doesn't surprise me that he lied about having 30 engineers and a $50,000 a week burn rate.
On my end, I have 30 engineers. I'm burning $50,000
Which, side note, is how this delusionist landed on the $1 million code ransom, but it turns out he only had 3 engineers. Wouldn't someone with journalistic integrity know their credible source had not only an agenda, but a fondness for orange jumpsuits?
Logan Paul talks about the developer who he shows has spent time behind bars and is this guy who clearly is trouble. Apparently only had 3 developers, unlike what he told CoffeeZilla we had way more. CoffeeZilla didn't talk about his other felonies. I don't know if he knew them, but they're pretty irrelevant to him being a developer for CryptoZoo. So far, I want to see if you touch on it. You haven't talked about whether or not you did just try and steal his code, which led him to actually ransom it from you because he was allegedly unpaid. But I guess we'll get into that. Moving on to Eddie Ibanez, who CoffeeZilla exposed and showed him for being the fraud that he is. And now Logan Paul, I assume, is going to now try and pin a lot of the blame on him.
What type of idiot would work with an unsavory individual like Zach Kelling? I guess that's what I get for trusting the team that I relied on to vet and manage Eddie's hiring process, who has turned out to be a professional con man, fooled billionaires, the Mormon Church, the owner of the New York Yankees, and now me. And surely you knew Emilio, the gentleman who supposedly let his child invest in a cryptocurrency, was allegedly responsible for 2 rug pulls before you interviewed him. So either you missed that or you knew it and failed to let the public know. Why? Because it was a clear sign that he was also untrustworthy. You seemed pretty excited when the guy told you that he couldn't hatch the eggs.
Wait, you can't even hatch?
No, I'm telling you, it's just a picture.
You're kidding! You can't hatch?
You're kidding. You can't hatch?
You can't hatch?
Yeah, 1 second of research would prove that to be false, as you can definitely hatch eggs and even breed your animals.
Click on that. Oh, we got a duck.
And as you pointed out in your fine print, cross-hatching was available on ETH at one point, but you perpetuated the opposite as truth with your chest out.
Basically, nothing works.
So Logan Paul's next point here is CoffeeZilla reported that the eggs couldn't hatch. I know in his video, CoffeeZilla said apparently on the Ethereum chain was where the eggs couldn't hatch. I think he specified that. However, is that something that CoffeeZilla overlooked? I'm going to wait to see what CoffeeZilla has to say about that, because I would assume a point like that he would have checked out himself, but we will see.
Internet detective would not break criminal and civil laws in trying to get information, right? So why have you allowed the illegal recording of Jeff's phone call without his permission? And then, more like an internet criminal, post it online.
And it was interesting. It was like, this is wild.
Now, although you didn't verify any backgrounds, substantiate any evidence, took multiple criminals' words as truth, and broke laws,
Now, Logan Paul's now saying that CoffeeZilla recording and distributing Jeff's phone call is illegal. He then goes on to continue to say taking multiple criminals as trustworthy. Logan, you still haven't proven the developer was untrustworthy to us by saying, you paid him, or at least, showing us another side of that story. We'll wait and see, though, what comes up, because it might come up later on.
Still publish the defamation. However, unlike you, the blockchain doesn't lie. So let's highlight some things that you did point out. Crypto King Jake stole $6 million. True or not, we had already removed him from the team when we realized he was a bad actor and his motives were purely financial. Conman Eddie, lead developer, stole $1.7 million. True or not, when we learned he was a bad actor as well, he was immediately removed from the team. While myself and Jeff sold nothing and made nothing as verified through investigation and the blockchain.
Jeff, Logan's manager, to my knowledge, never sold. Neither did Logan Paul.
CoffeeZilla established that you and Jeff made no money selling Zoo coins or Zoo tokens. However, what we did see was you conspiring, trying to buy up tokens, trying to buy up stuff before the actual sale of Zoo tokens, and having set rules of when to sell and what to do to make your money. Just because in the end you didn't get to make the money you wanted, doesn't mean you weren't planning on it. By then, these other 2 douchebags robbed you already. When are we gonna get to the accountability part of Logan pushing and promoting this project to his audience, never giving updates, and also the pump and dump? Because at the moment, Logan Paul's taking zero blame.
Dozens of crypto and NFT projects, the space is unfortunately ripe for bad actors to infiltrate projects that start with even the best intentions. Jake the Snake is no longer affiliated with CryptoZoo, and we hope the money he reappropriated was worth ruining his reputation. Conman Eddie is being investigated by a higher authority that I cannot speak on. As you can imagine, I was not cleared from legal to discuss much of this, including the legal process being undertaken and the criminal investigations going on during the fallout, but I do appreciate you calling out that rats under my nose, stole the game code, millions of dollars, and left Jeff and I abandoned with no team and knives in our back.
Or saying that, you know, crypto and NFTs is right with bad actors. Why did you leave your vetting up to a guy who was a fraud, who you didn't vet yourself? Eddie Ibanez is not part of the Logan Paul team. Who on your team was vetting Eddie Ibanez? You're taking no accountability. If you're going to launch a project that you're going to push to the masses, push to millions, do your own fucking vetting before you push it and take people's fucking money. There has been no accountability from Logan. He thinks that because he's putting on this very serious tone, and I'm saying it like this, that it's instantly believable, that everything just goes away. No. Take some fucking accountability, you prick.
Still managed to overlook one crucial piece of information. See, even though I've said it's coming so many times, you've assumed that CryptoZoo isn't being made. Who are you to decide when the development timeline ends?
Who are you to say when the development timeline ends? Logan, you haven't been on the Discord or updated your investors for ages. For so long that the only reason you went back into the Discord here was because of CoffeeZilla's investigation. Shut the fuck up with that bullshit. Who are you to say when development ends? You haven't communicated with anyone who you've taken money from. What about Liquid Marketplace 2, your other massive project where people were getting their money held up? You weren't anywhere to be found and couldn't do any AMAs or answer any questions for them. I don't buy this shit.
Publicly as soon as I knew the extent of the internal issues, took all of the heat on social, and you still published a defamatory hit piece fully knowing I was innocent just so you could enrich yourself in your $10 million studio. Sharp, but deeply unethical.
Wait, what did he just say? I need to watch this back.
Stop promoting publicly as soon as I knew the extent of the internal issues, took all of the heat on social, and you still published.
Logan Paul's playing this like he's the good guy. He said he stopped public promotion and took all the heat privately, but you didn't talk to your investors or actually tell them what was going on behind the scenes. You just took all the heat privately and just decided not to say anything to the people who spent shit tons of money on you. Yeah, in that situation, Logan, you don't get to make yourself look like the hero, because as a founder, you should be updating people, especially your fans, with where the fuck the money is and what's going on behind the scenes, and telling them that these shady actors are there, telling them that you're restructuring, telling them that you haven't ran away with all their fucking money. When are you talking about the pump and dumps you promoted and dink doink?
Ding doink, you're my favorite coin.
Defamatory hit piece fully knowing I was innocent just so you could enrich yourself in your $10 million studio. Sharp, but deeply unethical, dangerously misleading, and illegal. I suggest you use the money you got from pumping your Patreon to hire a good lawyer. You're gonna need it. And maybe we could have talked about this if you had reached out to me personally. Not my manager, Jeff, who is not me, Steven, but the first time you did was on Christmas Eve after you released your series so you could rely on false statements and unreliable people used recklessly. The subject line was third request for comment. Yeah, not quite. This will be my third time reaching out to you and your team. The first 2 times were through your manager, Jeff. The first 2 times were through your manager, Jeff. Okay, so the last time on Christmas Eve, after the fact, was to me. You have a funny way of twisting things.
Okay, I don't really understand. Surely your manager, Jeff, would tell you that CoffeeZilla reached out? Wouldn't he? I don't understand. Would he not be like, hey, Logan, by the way, you're asked a comment about CryptoZoo by CoffeeZilla. Otherwise, he's just kind of a shitty manager. My manager, and I'm nowhere near as big as Logan Paul, but my manager generally will tell me if an interesting email comes through or something of note. CoffeeZilla just posted this tweet as he just watched Logan Paul's response. Logan Paul responded, 0 apologies, 0 addressing victims, 0 accountability. I will reply in full when I organize my thoughts, but for now, Logan accuses me of not reaching out to him directly until December 24th. Here is CoffeeZilla on Instagram reaching out to Logan saying, hey Logan, I've been trying to reach people from CryptoZoo team to get comment on the emerging stories and devs haven't been paid. I have 2 really good sources saying they have not been paid by CryptoZoo. That in fact, no devs have been paid. In fact, that V3 was an attempt to blacklist some of the wallets from people who invested in their own money in CryptoZoo. I'd like a response from CryptoZoo team within 24 hours. A lie from Logan. However, Logan Paul has told CoffeeZilla that he's going to need his legal team and the money from Patreon.
Published a defamatory hit piece fully knowing I was innocent innocent just so you could enrich yourself in your $10 million studio. Sharp, but deeply unethical, dangerously misleading, and illegal. I suggest you use the money you got from pumping your Patreon to hire a good lawyer. You're gonna need it.
Logan, CoffeeZilla's videos were pretty long and lengthy. But you haven't said anything here that has really changed the game. You still haven't given yourself any accountability.
Also noticed you left out that part on Twitter. Why hide that? Trust me, CryptoZoo is coming. I will make damn sure of it.
Yeah, now you're gonna make damn sure of CryptoZoo coming. Now CoffeeZilla made a video about it. Your Discord will tell the story of how you abandoned them, Logan. Yeah, now your brand's on the line. Now your other businesses like Prime and everything else on the line. CryptoZoo is coming. But before, when NFTs, crypto was absolutely in the shitter, you were nowhere to be found on the CryptoZoo Discord. None of the investors knew what you were doing. You're acting like you're just completely right. This is not right. You haven't even told us how the developer who went off and ransomed your code, how CoffeeZilla was wrong. All you said was, this guy has felony and other charges, so he's untrustworthy. Look, guys. Well, tell us then, what was wrong with his story too?
It sucks that after years of personal reform, going through trials and tribulations, and busting my ass to evolve into a person that I can say I'm actually proud of, you led the charge to drive and monetize a narrative telling millions of people that I'm a fraud or I tried to scam my audience.
Okay, so all the pump and dumps you made money off, all that shit, patently false? I don't think so, baby.
Lastly, CoffeeZilla. I now know your motives with this. Clout and money, good for you, but also you're slimy as. So I'm not going to come on any of your podcasts. If you want to come on Impulsive and talk about this, that's fine.
All right, so that is it. That is the video. Logan Paul takes zero accountability. Ding, ding, ding. Who could have guessed? I could have. He talked about none of his other crypto ventures. Didn't talk about Liquid Marketplace, which wasn't even a scam as such, but was poorly run like CryptoZoo, abandoned by Logan, and fans and viewers couldn't get their money out when they wanted to, and it was just left to die. Same as CryptoZoo, but now, because he is at risk, his brand's at risk, CryptoZoo is coming, guys. He even had the fucking audacity to put this at the end of the video. CryptoZoo coming 2023 / maybe 2024. For all you guys who invested fucking over a year ago, maybe you'll get something one day. I mean, Jesus fucking Christ. This would not be happening if CoffeeZilla didn't make his video. Again, he talks about CoffeeZilla using untrustworthy sources and references the guy who got locked up. Well, tell us then, how was CoffeeZilla's story unreliable because you didn't really refute it? All you did was point us to other irrelevant shit. Now, maybe he didn't have as many devs working for him, but did you not pay him like he said? Did he have to ransom so he could get compensation? You didn't even address that. The only thing that really stood out that CoffeeZilla might have got wrong was the eggs not being able to hatch. That is what sticks out to me. Other than that, you taking no accountability, you not telling your fans anything that was going on behind the scenes, not being clear to them, letting CryptoZoo die. Now there's heat on you. It's, I'm gonna sue CoffeeZilla and CryptoZoo is coming because you have no right to say when dev time ends. Sure, buddy. I don't really buy it. Apparently there's an Impulsive episode 2 coming out about this. We will see what that has to say, but this is his official response. Yeah, there's so much more left to be said by Logan. Take zero accountability. Didn't say sorry once. Did you hear the word sorry to any of the people who bought? Did you hear anything? No. All you heard was, I'm gonna make it better now and people can invest more into me. Don't. Save yourself some time. Don't spend a fucking cent on CryptoZoo. That shit failed. Yeah, let me know your thoughts down below. Leave a like if you agree. Comment your thoughts. It's an interesting one. His tone of voice and how stern he is might have convinced you or might have maybe, you know, played on your mind a bit, but read between the fucking lines as well because it's Logan Paul we're talking about. Thank you for watching. Until next time, fuck off.
Ding doink, you're my favorite coin. Want you to dink on my face, take a doink on my chest. Yeah, yeah. Ding doink, you're my favorite coin. Why don't you come on over, take pictures of my feet. Yeah, yeah. Ding doink, you're my favorite coin. Why don't you take my little